Hello, welcome back. I think today will be a good time to change this paper. I got all these flowers on here from yesterday. One thing about this paper is that it soaks up all the resin and it doesn't even get on the silicone. And without the paper, you'd have silicone or resin stuck on the silicone, and it would be very difficult to get it off, even though it doesn't stick. I pre-cut a whole bunch of these the same size. All right. Now back to this. So today I'm going to put lights in here, and I'm going to do a drip ink process on this one. But we're going to do the lights first. That. Got some turtles here. When I have leftover resin from doing something like this, I just pour it in some molds that I have laying around. These ones are little turtles. I'm going to use these turtles for something, I just don't know what. I've got a lot of turtles. And I'm working on my second one. Alright. For the string lights that I'm using in here, they're angel lights. Real kind of springy, kind of hard to control them. They come in these little packets. I think they're about $2 a piece when you get them in a case of 24. I got two different kinds. I got white one and amber. Amber is more like a yellow. And you have to be really careful where you put it, because I put it in a blue piece that was translucent. You could see through it. And when the lights were off, the piece was blue. But when I turned the lights on, everything turned green, because yellow and blue make green. So you got to be careful of that. In this one right here, I've decided to use the amber, because the amber will make the yellow stand out a little more. I'll probably put a little bit of yellow in the second coat of resin too. This is just too white, too bright for my taste. So you know how I put these in, or how I used to put them in, was with a hot glue gun. I would go in here, make a little dot, push the wire where I wanted it, hold it for however many seconds until it's stuck, and then I go on to the next one. When I first started, I was using the glue sticks that came, where I got the gun from. They look like this. These ones, they took a long time for them to heat up and get soft to come out of the gun. And when they did come out of the gun, it came out clear, and it was kind of stringy. When you pulled away, it left a string that you'd have to break with your finger or something. But when it dried, it looked like that. Cloudy. Really cloudy looking. So when it dried in my pieces, you have little cloudy blotches all over the place. And when you're talking about a clear piece, say something clearer than this one, you don't want cloudy blotches behind it. So I switched to a better glue stick, which is a lot clearer. So I figured, well, I'll use that. That should work. And it is a lot clearer. Oop. Little blotches. But I also noticed that it heated up a lot faster. And so I used it. I did a sign with it and put all my wire in. And then when I put the second coat of resin on, the heat from the resin reactivated the glue stick. And all the places where I glued the wire just sprang out like a spring. Just like this. Boing. Just popped right up. So I had lights sticking out all over the place. I tried to stick them in with a stick as they were popping out, and I ended up waiting for it to get super sticky and then pushing them way down, and it just turned out to be a mess. So I don't use this anymore. This one stuck good but looked like crap, and this one looked good but didn't stick at all. So what I do now is I use a flashlight and UV resin. Good stuff. I put a little drip of this in there, put the lights on, and then shine this light on here. Just a black light. It almost instantly gets hard, and it holds it. And that's what I'll be doing right now to show you how it works. I just thought of a good example of how this stuff works. I'm going to take this piece of silicone, the back of my skull mold. I'm going to put a little drip of this on here. And it stays wet like that until one thing that's a little weird is that when you put the light on, the resin smokes a little bit. It only takes less than 30 seconds. Oop, fell off. But that's because it doesn't stick to silicone. There it is. And it is hard. Anyway, it's hard. Can't even bend it. Anyway, got it off. Look at that. So, and because it's resin, when I put the second coat of resin on here, it's not going to affect it at all. So, here we go. This is the end where the switch is. And it has like a clear part here, and it has a little thick plastic part right here. So this is where I make the transition. So this part sticks out, and this part is where it goes into the resin. And I like to have them coming out when this is reversed. I like to have the lights coming out at this end here. You need it to be higher than this rail because that rail is going to be inside the wood. And I want the first light obviously to go inside the first letter. So all right, well, here's where I'm going to speed it up for you. Okay, well, I hope they still work. Still works. All right, I'm gonna put this one aside now because it's ready for some yellow resin for the second coat. And then this one, I am going to pour clear resin on it. Then I'm going to come back with some inks and show you what I'm doing there.